Y'all know what it is. It's the morning after. Gotta drop them nuggets for you all in the dominant fashion that Oklahoma won this game. A game that a lot of y'all really thought we were going to just get taken to the woodshed. But instead, we put belt to ass. Let's dive into it. Before we do that, welcome to Unfair Sports. I'm your host, Jay. Thank y'all for pulling up to the channel. This video is powered by our partners at BetUS. Check them out. They are hooking up the gamer. 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000 by using promo code YouTube150. Ladies and gentlemen, let me open with this. For the uninitiated, we do this after every game. 11 points on offense, 11 points on defense. If I make it into those points, sure. If not, whatever. We're going to chop it up because we're excited. I also want to remind y'all, there's a reason why I trust this guy. You see the shirt? NBV we trust. Why I trust him as our head coach. Because this performance against Alabama is exactly what I was expecting to come down the line by a team coached by Brent Venables. Even better, he did it on Bob Stoops night. Bob Stoops night. And I say that because this is why I point out the Bob Stoops night. If you was able to get one of these, awesome. If not, I'm sorry. But there's a reason why I point this out, the Bob Stoops night. Bob Stoops is 2-0 against Alabama in the regular season. He played early 2002, 03. We played him. Bob Stoops, 2-0. That was pre-Saban, I know. Post-Saban, we play him in the regular season. We're 1-0. Oklahoma is officially 3-0 against Alabama in the regular season. Pretty impressive, right? That's a nice little nugget for y'all this morning. And that's the part that gets your boy excited. Because we did exactly what I hoped we would do in this game. We dominated the line of scrimmage and moving forward. Now, I'm going to explain that to y'all because I don't want y'all to lose sight of why it happened and how it happened. Because some of you have already lost your mind on social media asking this one question that I knew y'all were going to ask. And I told y'all that y'all should not say whatsoever. Is asking this silly question. Where has this been all season? Do not ask that question because there's a reason. And I'm going to explain that right now. But first, shout out to our partners at BetUS. They're hooking up the gamer. 150% bonus on your first deposit of $2,000. 125% bonus on your second and third deposit by using promo code YouTube150. And if you decide to jump into this game, Oklahoma was 14-point dogs. 13.5 and some at one point on the site. 14 by the time we kicked off. And hey, guess what happened? You would have gotten yourself a dub. If you decide you want to take Alabama, don't worry. Because BetUS hooks you up with gambling insurance. So they'll give you 10% back of your net losses twice a year so that you can keep playing in the game. But hey, if you would have taken Oklahoma, you would have got that. Get that money line, you really would have hit some numbers. But they're going to hook you up. 150% bonus on your first deposit to $2,000. 125% bonus on your second and third deposits by using promo code YouTube150. BetUS, where the game begins. So let me explain to you all what it means and why you shouldn't be saying where it's been all season. Start on the offensive side of the ball because that's the best place to start. The offensive line was dominant. I went and looked at PFF grades. I like to make sure I record this after PFF has finished their analysis and everything. I went through the PFF grades. We blocked very well in this game. Run blocking was okay. And we still had holes and was gone. Pass blocking was fan-freaking-tastic. And this is a really good Bama defensive line. Defensive front. The offensive line did exactly what you would expect an offensive line to do as they grow over time. Logan Howland is a redshirt freshman. Babichi Webu is a sophomore. Right? Redshirt sophomore who transferred in. Hito Zaida, same thing. The biggest thing you ran into with this offensive line is they were young. Young. So as the season progressed and they learned from their mistakes from watching film and watching film and watching film, guess what? They got better in time. That was the thing I wanted y'all to know. It's the thing I told y'all. It's going to take some time. It wasn't going to be perfect. It was going to be a minute. But guess what? They did it. They took their time. They grew. And they showed week over week. Hell, Spencer Brown had a good game. And y'all been talking reckless about that kid. We did have an EPL showing. I think he got about 12 plus snaps in this game. PFF says about 12. And he looked good out there. He was moving furniture. This offensive line, shout out to Bill Bedenbaugh, was moving furniture this whole freaking game. And this is the type of team that Brent Venables has said he wants. This is why I trust in BV. He wants a physical run game with a physical defense because those two things travel. Home, road, it don't matter. It's a guarantee this will travel. And this is why BV wants that. This is why BV pushes for that. Physical play on both sides of the ball. Guess what happens? Boom. So, because of that, we got this performance. Shout out to Jackson Arnold. I think the wildest thing about this is, man, we rushed for 200 plus yards in this game. Jackson Arnold had 31 yards on 25 carries, 5.2 yards per carry. Xavier Robinson had 107 yards on 18 carries. Shout out to X-Rob, baby. Throw the X up on him, baby. Give me that X. You're asking where he's been. He started on scout team. He improved. And then guess what? It was time for him to shine. They didn't want to burn the red shirt initially because they wanted him for long term because he is a really good back. And you got veterans. Now everybody's hurt. Guess what? You put him out there and he went out there. He's like, you know what? No, coach, give me that. I'll burn my red shirt. I'm ready to play. Y'all need me. I will be needed. Okay, cool. Guess what? Here's your running back of the future. It's going to be him and Tatum. The young pups that was at the game watching Torrey Blaylock, he was amped. He's ready to get out there. He'll be on your scout team next year. And if he shows out, boom, he's going to move in. But the thing is, you got to know the playbook. You got to know what to do. You got to know where to be, where your assignments are, who to block, when to block, all that. You got to know that stuff. It takes time to learn that stuff. X-Rob pulled it up. They're like, screw it, hand him the ball. This man run through people. And he did it. We ran the ball beautifully. We passed decently. 9 for 11, 68 yards. Good shovel passes. Still got to work on that portion of it and work on Jackson Arnold slowing down and going through progressions and throwing it. Also, wide receivers continually moving to where they can break off routes and give a place for Jackson to throw it. But, hey, we'll get better there. The good thing is we did what we needed to do against a team that's really good at stopping what we do. Bama don't be giving up points like that. Bama don't be – Georgia's the only one that was able to do it. Hell, first half against Georgia, Georgia couldn't do anything. We were able to keep them in hell the whole game. Jalen Milroe, and we'll talk about defense in a minute, but this offense did it. I feel bad for Taylor Tatum in that fumble because that got him yanked for the rest of the game. But, hey, he'll get better. Baseball season, he's going to be able to get himself warmed up good, get into what he's best at. Then he's going to come back as an elite running back. I'm not concerned. But I'll tell you this. Put some respect on my guy, Bill Bedenbaugh's name. He was developing that line. It takes time. It's not something that happens in a microwave. This is an oven, baby. We bake. And I love the way that we cooked in this game. Let me know what y'all think. Hop in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. That offense was everything I dreamed of out of Oklahoma. That was everything I expected out of Oklahoma. We'll go deeper into it when we get to the live. Me and Coop's going to lose our flipping minds at 6 o'clock Central Time. So make sure you pull up. Next up. Talk about that defense. Shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video. They're hooking you up 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000 by using promo code YouTube150. Defense. Hey, most dominant defensive performance we've had all season. Look, this defense right here looked exactly what it looked like against South Carolina minus all those interceptions we threw. This defense looked like this against Texas in the first quarter. This defense looked like this in a few games this season. Against Ole Miss, we looked like this. But the beauty of it is we finally put it all together and everybody played. Eli Bowens, CB1. Kip, LB1. Kobe, LB2. He's your Mike. He's got the dot. Moving forward, the seniors were able to celebrate and have a blast because we get it. Caden Woolard praying for my boy. It looks like he got hurt. Pops tweeted something out about it. Praying for my boy, Lil Wooly. Final game. He was getting some action. Gets hurt. We hate it. Hate to see it. But, hey. Robert Spears-Jennings was everywhere. We had 9 tackles for loss. We only had 1 sack by R. Mason Thomas. We kept that dude in hell. But mainly because Milroe kept kind of tucking and running. But, oh yeah, shout out to our offensive line, too. We only gave up 1 sack all game. 4 tackles for loss. Told you, growth. Anyway, we saw a lot out of this defense, y'all. We saw a lot. We saw a lot. They were muscling. Bam. It's like they got stronger as the season progressed. They muscled them. And the best part is we were able to put it all together in 2 halves. Not 1, but 2. We dominated the first half, undoubtedly. Unfortunately, we missed out on the touchdown and a field goal. But, hey, we made it up. Second half, though, they were everywhere. The Kip 6. Kip Lewis is now the official governor of the state of Alabama. Shout out to Kip 6. Shout out to Kip 6. That's what we needed out of that man. That was beautiful. Kip 6. Governor, Alabama extraordinaire. I'm proud of you, my boy. Proud of you. Eli jumping routes. Reading the screen. Oh. And then R. Mason with the beautiful pressure and the hurry on Milroe, forcing that Woody Washington interception. He looked good after the game. You know, he laid down for a while. He looked like he was pretty hurt. But when I saw him walking on the field, I yelled out, Woody! Looked at him and was like, hey, you're healthy. Looks good. Woody looks good. We're going bowling, y'all! Man, I still ain't got a voice. I'm just going to tell you how it is. The fact... 14 pressures in this game, 1 sack, 3 hits, 10 hurries. And those hurries, Jay Jackson, R. Mason Thomas, Trace Ford, Peyton Boyne with that nice blitz. Oh, can't wait for him next season. Deshaun McCullough looked like the Deshaun McCullough I've been needing. He looks healthy. He going to be nasty next year, too. Going to miss Ethan Downs and Caden Woolard, but they got it in, guys. Look, I want to go. There's so many points I could have made in this game, man. Like, Jaden Jackson, David Stone get on the field. It looked beautiful. That defensive line looked like their hair is on fire. The linebackers were running around with their hair on fire. The secondary, even the little bit we gave up in this game, team statistics, we gave up 234 yards of offense. We gave up. Oklahoma, a team not known for their defense, showed that they still play really good defense this year. Fun fact, chopping it up with my boy PG before I got to get this recording done, and guess what? Maine had 251 yards. Maine had more yards against us than Alabama. How does that feel, guys? Ain't that crazy? Ain't that bananas? B-A-N-A-N-A-S. This is bananas. I just cannot believe that. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 games this season we gave up less than 300 yards. Our last 3 games, we have given up less than 300 yards. Last 3 games, less than 300 yards. That Ole Miss game, we were doing well until the second half. Texas and Auburn, brutal. Tennessee, should have been better. You don't fumble. It's a lot better. But last 3 games, starting with Maine. Everybody talks smack about the Maine game. Defense, you played Maine. It's Maine. Blah, blah, blah. Cool. Maine, we gave up 9 first downs. Missouri, we gave up 8 first downs. Alabama, we gave up 6. And do you think I think this defense is going to turn down next week? Abso-freaking-lutely not. That's the most impressive thing. Oklahoma has given up less than 300 yards in 3 straight games. Of course, Maine and Missouri combined, they had over 100 yards rushing, but under 150 yards passing. Jalen Milroe had 164 passing, but they only had 70 yards rushing. We stopped them from running the ball against us. An Alabama team that's known for doing that, we stopped them. What exactly do you do from there? Right? Their lowest offensive output this season was us. Every game they had a minimum of 300 yards. Every game, but see, was it Vanderbilt and Tennessee? They had under 100 yards rushing, and then us. Even crazier, guys, we owned the time of possession, 34-25. It wasn't like the Vanderbilt game, but we did own the time of possession. But those 3 turnovers were huge. The defense created turnovers, what we needed. We fixed our fumble loss and got 3 interceptions. Like Brent Venables says, when we win the turnover battle, we win the game. That's how good we are. We don't shoot ourselves in the foot. We're good. And I love the fact that we did it. Bob Stoops Day. Let me know what y'all think. Hop in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. How y'all feel about that dub? I mean, a win's a win for me. I don't really care. But the best part is we freaking dominated the whole game. I'm about to rewatch the game right now after this for a third time. I was watching it on my way home. Oh, it's beautiful. You made it this far. You like the content, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We'd love for y'all to join this family of Sooner fans. We're talking OU football, SEC college football. Generally, we're having a blast doing it. All right. We'll be live tonight at 6 o'clock like we always are. Me and Coop will be up because Coop needs to get some stuff off his chest. Of course, hopefully you can go check out my guy, John Williams at Locked On Sooners, my co-host. He dropped he was live after the game, and y'all were excited. Go in there, hop in the comments, make them happy too. But, hey, smile. The Sooners are bowl eligible. We'll chop it up soon. Shout out to Bet US.